Getting tied in knots trying to make your bike better is way too easy. Fortunately, I'm here today with multiple World Cup winner Tahnée Seagrave's mechanic, Owen Gwyn, who knows a thing or two about mechanics. Whether it's life hacks, component setup, or just general maintenance, there are things amateur mechanics like me always miss on our bikes. That means they don't always run as well as they could. On the other hand, pro mechanics like Owen know exactly what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. Owen's here today to impart some of his knowledge onto you guys to tell you the most important things you can do to keep your bike running sweet. So then Owen, what would you say is your number one thing?
Number one tip is kind of a basic thing, but just keep your bike clean. So washing your bike's a really good time to kind of get up and close and personal with it and see what's going on. Make sure you got no chips, make sure nothing looks obviously worn or broken. Just a really good time to inspect your bike. So proper wash, spray it down, cover it in some sort of bike cleaner, give it a scrub and then spray it off, and then drying afterwards as well. It's kind of something that's always missed, whether it just be wiping down the frame or getting in and cleaning out all the leftover water from the bearings. If there's no water there, then things can't rust, so that makes things last longer. It's a good time to get to know your bike. So if the chip does appear, you go, ah, that was there before, it's fine. Or like, oh, that's gotten bigger, or yeah, just know what's what.
As someone who really appreciates a clean bike, I'm well into how clean the spokes are where they cross over next to the hub there. That is admirably impressive.
So this has just been really quickly cleaned. Kind of proved how easy it can be. Just literally spray down, spray some cleaner on, really quick brush, spray off, done, that's it.
I guess stopping might be another good one.
Yeah, so brakes are a really important thing. A lot of brake maintenance can be done, whether that be checking your pads, checking the rotors and bleeding your brakes. Bleeding your brakes is a really simple task. It's kind of quite daunting for a lot of people. Shimano brakes are dead easy to bleed, and having fresh fluid in there just gives you a really consistent feeling brake, so you know exactly how it's going to perform each time, which when you're hurtling down mountains at 70 kilometers an hour, brakes is something that you want.
Right, so I've noticed there's a bit of Velcro on this bike. What's that actually doing?
Just trying to quieten the bike down, basically. Anything that can make noise on a bike is not very nice. It just makes your ride nicer if it's quiet. It's really easy to do. Like, Velcro's cheap. You can buy mastic tape or slapper tape, or there are loads of different brands out there do some kind of quietening tape. And you just stick it on the points where your chain's going to hit your frame. If you've got a used bike, it's pretty easy to tell because you can just look and see where all the chips are. Just cover that in tape. If you've got a frame storage hole in your bike, you're kind of fortunate because you've got an extra space that you can fill. Open space always makes noise. It's the same as how a drum works. If you fill that full of something, it doesn't make noise. So it's really easy just to open that up, put a load of foam in there, and then it, makes the bike nice and quiet. Any other contact points as well, so where your cables might rattle against your frame, cover them in Velcro. You can definitely do it in ways that are pretty and ways that just work. I'm definitely more of a just work kind of person.
Oh, I was going to say you're more of the aesthetic person. You've done such a good job compared to how I do it. So quiet bike is a fast bike and a good bike to ride.
Yeah, it just inspires a load of confidence in the rider, adds to their kind of feel-good factor. So if you're riding your own bike and your bike's sounding really good, you get stoked and you're really enjoying the trail and you just have a good time. Another easy tip that you can do to make your bike better is keeping on top of your gear cables. So they're a really cheap part to replace, and it makes such a big difference to have fresh gear cables. As soon as you notice your shifter feeling a little bit stiff, just put in a new outer cable and a new inner cable, and it smoothens things up a lot and just adds to the nice experience of riding, basically.
What's next?
Pick the right bike, basically. If you're buying a bike, make sure that you're buying something that suits the trails that you're riding, whether that be downhill, enduro, cross-country. In this scenario, we're pretty fortunate that one bike can kind of do two things. We just flip out a link at the bottom, change some forks, and we're good to go for an enduro ride, which is kind of mental, but
basically,
Orbea have done it somehow. So
a customer could buy that, own a dropper post, the new link, and they could essentially turn it into an enduro bike.
Yeah, an average home mechanic can swap everything around and they've got two bikes at once. So especially for the people that kind of go to Morzine or something like that once a year, You don't really want to own a downhill bike because it's just thousands of pounds sat there that doesn't get used all that much. So if you've got an enduro bike that, yeah, you can just swap some parts over for maybe £1,000, some forks, dropper and cassettes and things like that. Yeah, perfect.
No brainer.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, wicked. Thanks so much, Owen.
No problem at all.
Yeah, great. Sounds like I maybe need to go do some things to my bike now to make it run a little bit better. And if you want to see any more tech content, then click this link here.